Yes, sir. My name's Zakashi, guys, and in this video here, we're gonna be discussing. Why did I say it like that? Discussing whether the festival units are gonna be more overpowered than the current units that we have in the game now. Power creep is a big thing in this game, and more than ever, I think it's been happening right now before our eyes. Literally, almost every single update, there's been a power creep of some sort since probably the anniversary, minus 1 or 2 characters maybe. But literally every time a character drops now, they literally change the meta pretty heavily, I'm not even gonna lie. And that's big factor to do with the boost feature that's been added in PvP. But on top of that, their kits have been just way more menacing than usual, and it actually allows for a lot more different plays. And especially once they come off the boost, you can see a big difference in whether they were actually valuable or they were just getting carried by the boost, on top of the fact of Zenkai buffs and things like that. And when people just actually use the characters they like, because they've actually been dropping a lot of hype characters this year. I believe they dropped Bardock this year. I believe that might be cap though, don't put that in my head. Super Saiyan Trunks, MUI, USV, Dragon Fist. Come on, man, they've been dropping some heat this year, I'm not gonna lie. Broly, Beast Gohan, of course, and we're not even at the festival yet, so this makes me think, oh cool, what are they gonna do for the festival? And whatever they drop on the festival, is it gonna top what we have right now? Beast Gohan just came as a monthly LF. They did so much hype for it, and then boom, like he's just taking over the game just like that. Most OP unit in the game. Pan, most OP assist in the game. Piccolo, he's on the team, but you know. But yeah, man, it just makes you think, this isn't even festival. Are they going to be more OP? And I think that's what we should discuss right now in this video. So I'm going to give you some of my thoughts and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press that subscribe button, man. We are on this grind to 40,000 subscribers, man. Appreciate all the love and support I've been getting on the channel, man. All my social media is going to be on the bottom of the screen. There's the YouTube channel, we've got Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. Face is looking decent today. But yeah, man, let's actually get into the actual source of this video. So to assist me with this video, I've actually brought up space, but I've got my character box here as well, just in addition. So yeah, let's get into this video. The first thing I probably want to talk about actually is what tags we should be expecting for the festival. Now you can see there's a bunch of characters in the game, but I feel like the biggest answer clearly, like just clearly, is definitely GT. So if we just look at event exclusive, right, the main things that have been getting units are movies. With the powerful opponent campaign, we got this metal cooler, just to put it out there. Did we get any other free-to-play unit that is not metal cooler that links to movies? No. So the last one before Super 17, I believe, was literally cooler. I mean, yeah, cooler. I said cooler, but the red one came into my head, the LF. So pretty much GT has been getting buffs more than anything else, if not movies. But obviously we're not talking about movies because we've got so many movies, and we've already got Beast Gohan now. Like, with Beast Gohan already being in the game, it just basically confirms that we're not going to be getting any movies things for the festival. It doesn't make sense to get any more movies things, and if they do, they're literally just trying to rinse out everything they can supply for movies. It also makes me think, like, what else do they have left? And the only thing that I think that's really hype that they have left would be maybe they could do a lot of things actually, but I feel like the last thing, and if we're thinking about the patterns that they usually drop a fusion unit on the big times. They will probably drop an LF Super Gogeta. I think we don't have that. We do not have an LF Super Gogeta or an LF Janemba. Powerful opponents has been getting buffed. We had the campaign and people kind of forgot about them, but don't forget they're still in the game. Like, so just to put that out there. But it seems like GT is going to be the way forward. If we look at Super 17, he's the free-to-play that came out recently. I can't see him on my screen right now. Can you see Super 17? There he is. Super 17, there he is. He is a free-to-play unit who actually came out recently. And he's not even that bad, to be honest. He's actually pretty good. His main ability is what really carries him, though. He nullifies cover change when he pops his main. But then on top of that, he actually builds up buffs every time he does a strike or blast, but they can be cancelled. It's only 5 timer counts, but it's 25% every single time. So that's to be mentioned because it's very important. We also know that Super Saiyan 4 Goku, where is he? Full power. He's actually getting a Zenkai as well. GT, that's very valuable. It could actually change up a lot. And if he buffs GT, that could actually be a double Zenkai buff now available. There's already a triple Zenkai buff available for the boy G4. Now, if this guy Zenkais, that would actually change the game, but I don't think that would happen. However, if we look at the other Zenkai that we've also got, who people know has literally been the cooler counter, that's what we're going to call her. We're going to call her CC. We got the blue pan here, who's actually very effective. People don't really use her now because these Gohan's in the game, but when she Zenkai'd, she was being used, maybe hyped up more than anything else, but she was valuable enough to be a Zenkai buff and actually used in some context simply because she's blue. But the main point I want to point out here is that she's actually GT. Now, if we go to the missions, you can see here the monthly missions. I don't know if they do right now, but you can see that Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, but they mainly related to GT. You can see here GT. I actually pressed it like an idiot. They link to GT and hybrid Saiyans. So we've already got our hybrid buffs. We got blue plan, we got red pan with the Dragon Ball Superheroes, Dragon Ball Superhero update, and we got Beast Gohan. Those are your hybrid Saiyans. But who else we actually got for GT? We haven't got anybody hyped for GT. There's also speculation of a platinum equip being available for what you call it, Omega Shenron. He's the only free-to-play Ultra that doesn't have a platinum equip. So that would actually be an easy buff they could provide and actually bring him back into the game to actually revive the tag, to be honest. But obviously you guys have seen the thumbnail. So the one we want to talk about is really the tag Super Saiyan 4s. So I'm going to go over here and press Super Saiyan 4. We want to talk about the tag Super Saiyan 4s. We've only got one Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Let me just do this. We've only got one Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, but we've got 3 Super Saiyan 4 Gokus now. It could be tag Super Saiyan 4s or maybe a LF Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I don't know. But another thing people actually want is a LF Super Baby 2, bouncing off the fact that we had the Powerful Opponent campaign. And since they dropped the Piccolo, maybe they're leading into regeneration. Regeneration could be a thing that could be on the come up. I kind of doubt it, but it's very much possible. But there's also some people speculating there could be Buu Saga, so regen could be plausible if they do like a GT Buu Saga or GT Another Tag, just to put that out there. You shouldn't sleep on the fact that regeneration could get some buffs. And before Pan got the buffs, there was some people speculating for Super Baby 2 because he would buff GT and regen. But that's just me spanning out my thoughts. Let's actually get into the core, which is whether these characters here would actually be game changing. And I feel like if there's the tag Super Saiyan 4s or GT, they have to be game changing. There's actually so many things we need to think about for the festival, and I feel like they just have to top what they did last year because they've set the bar so high. And with what they've released already with the anniversary, just Beast Gohan right now, they have to actually pull off something insane. So for example, let me not even talk about the scaling of the units first. Let's actually talk about the fact that if it's not 3 times Z power, they've already failed as a festival, and I think all of you guys can agree. Specifically that question, let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. But if we look at the tag Super Saiyan 4s, right, they're going to be tagged, so that already speaks for itself. Some people have been speculating that if they release, assuming it's actually the tag Super Saiyan 4s, they have a revival that puts them into this guy here. A G4 defensive menace, bro. Imagine that, a revival tag Goku and Vegeta that revive into a G4. That would be actually very valuable, and pretty much everybody would want them in the game. GT is not that popular among people that I've seen, but it's kind of like people want them to get something. So that's something that could happen. If we're not talking GT, like the other tag it could be, I'm thinking they might just go back to buff in future. It feels like when Legends doesn't know when to drop, they just stick with their guns and go future. Now, if we're talking like an Ultra, because obviously we're assuming that if it's going to be GT, we're going to get tag Super Saiyan 4s as the Ultra. I mean, the LF, the Ultra would probably be something they might want to head back to movies. I hope they don't, but I'd go between an Ultra Gogeta Blue and an Ultra Vegeta Blue. Those will be my 2 bets on an Ultra. And if we're going to go elsewhere, the only other one I would actually go is, if I'm thinking of an intro, actually I've got 2 more. We could get a Super Saiyan 2 Goku transforming into a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, or we could get Ultra FSK. Hybrids are also in the tags, so I just want to point that out. And I know Gohan is obviously Cell Saga, but just because of the monthly missions, it kind of might hint the way we've got our hybrids, 2 hybrid Saiyans in fact, and the monthly missions ties to it. You shouldn't take that too lightly. It kind of links which we should be aware of, but it could just be the things that was already in the game, so it's all speculation. I feel like the odds of them being more broken than what we have right now are like very high, just flat out very high. It's very unlikely that they're not going to be broken, and that's simply because of, one, the boost. Even if they're just like above average, they will still be insane for the time that they're in the boost, because other characters will be dropping out the boost. So we have to think about the way the tide shift. But they're not even going to be just regular. I don't see them doing that. They're going to make busted units, probably add a new mechanic. I feel like Festival around this time is when they just like to experiment. They just do anything. They probably got things in the bag, like a list of things. And in the past, I've done videos of like mechanics that they could put in the game. For example, one that I've been praying for, if we somehow get like a LF Whis, for example. I don't think we would, but maybe a Whis tag unit or something else. Tag Beerus, let's just say. I'd want Whis to have like an insane ability where he can just like rewind time, because he literally did that in the anime, manga, whatever you want to say. Something like that, just a brand new unique, and like it rewinds time accounts in the game, so the game's longer and it goes back to a certain point, so you get a chance to replay how you played before. Maybe you can make something out of it, depending on how many time accounts you go back. It could really literally change the whole battle. But they literally experiment, so the odds of them experimenting, I feel like, are very high. If we go back way back, let's go way back in time, when they dropped Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku, right? Goku, I believe he had something new which we've never seen before. On his blue card, the times 10 Kamehameha, so let me actually bring it up right here. The purple one I'm talking about. He actually locks in when he does a blue card. No switching. And I believe it's been like that. Like, it's been like that. And that is a very new mechanic at the time. Maybe we didn't think about it as much at the time, because obviously it was just so hype. Things are always hype. But now it's much more evident that they just try with things. So I actually see them being very broken, and it's almost like every meta unit that comes one after the other just cancels out the one before in most cases, obviously depending on the color. But I feel like we might see a standstill specifically in this meta, just because of how good of a support Pan is. Now Pan is literally a god tier support in my opinion, and I feel like her existing will keep certain units in the running for such a long run is dumb. But then even her existing, she would have benefits to the newer units that will be on the featured tier. So you don't even have to really, you know, worry. Like, you just get the new units. You'd have to worry if you don't get the new units, because, bro, Festival is going to be a scary time. And I feel like that's the main thing that you need to have in mind. I feel like Pan's value as a support, you should really try and get her. And then when this whatever comes out for Festival, assuming it's tag Super Saiyan 4s, and I'm thinking I'm gonna go maybe Boo Saga or Future, because Future's less like their lucky number. They don't know what to do. Drop Future, man. Always works out for them, always. And drop the Ultra in the end part of it, probably be an Ultra VB. Then the four I mentioned, Ultra VB, GB, FSK, or a Goku that transforms from Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3. It would look very cool for the intro arts, as you can imagine, for all of them. Like, imagine the line with Gohan, VB stepping out on the pedestal going, Yosha, you know, when he travels from base to blue, that's dope. Gogeta Blue literally changed the dimension, so we can talk all day about that. But I think I'm going to leave the video like that. I definitely expect them to be broken. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But yeah, I think I rambled a lot in this video, but it's really like a lot of speculation more than anything else, because we are still quite a bit of days away. But I did want to talk about it early, given that Beast Gohan's so cracked alongside Pan, and movies as a whole is just so dominant with Broly and Cooler, and Piccolo is even on the team. Revhan's making a comeback. There's a lot of things going on, man, and the meta is just bro. But yeah, man, press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 40,000 subscribers. All my social media is going to be on the bottom of the screen. It's the YouTube channel. We've got Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below. We are uploading every day and streaming every day, so catch me on stream whenever you can, of course. But yeah, man, I'm going to leave the video like that. It's all down to your thoughts. This is just speculation, because we're just dancing around the topic. I'm going to leave it like that. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.